Hi guys, welcome back. It is Sassy Sky. In today's video we are going to be doing a 4 looks 1 palette featuring Robbie D. Christie's At Forest Sight. I did film my initial thoughts and sort of review last Friday's video, so I wanted to get a 4 looks 1 palette up for you guys. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This is the first look I came up with for this palette. I really like it. It's really nice and yellow but gold. It's almost like a sophisticated yellow. I love this. This is such a pretty stunning look. If you guys are interested in how I did this look, then let's roll the tape. I'm going to prime my eyes as usual using my NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. I'm going to be taking my Sephora Airbrush number 57 brush. I'm just going to blend this out. I'm going to set this using my NYC loose powder, because that is a very sticky primer. I feel like I say this every single time, but it is a very sticky primer. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go in. I'm gonna take the eyeliner in Marigold, and I'm just going to put this all over my lid. Oh shit, I just broke it. I don't normally do this, but I think it'll be kind of fun to kind of use this as a base. Then I'm going to use one of these MSQ brushes, and I'm just going to lightly kind of smudge it, see if I can get it to move at all. That's actually really pretty. Some of the day I have this like bright, beautiful yellow base down. Like literally I feel like you could just leave it at this. I'm going in with this yellow shade called Chanterelle. Nope, this one. Called Chanterelle. And I'm just going to use that same brush I was using and just try to diffuse it through the crease and just see what happens. I'm going to take a fluffier MSQ brush and just kind of blend through everything, just to make sure it's really nice and diffused. I do love the shades we have going on here. I love it. I'm just going to add a little bit more to this eye. This is like such a beautiful warm yellow. And then I'm going to take a smaller MSQ brush. I'm just going to clean it off with a brush, a dry brush cleaner. I really wish these had numbers on them. Okay, I'm going to take Chanterelle again, and I'm just going to diffuse this on my lower lash line. This is such a beautiful, beautiful look we've got going on. I've really only used one eyeshadow shade, but I feel like this palette is such a perfect like few shade palette and go. You don't really have to think about it, which is really nice. I'm going to take a little bit of Puffball, which is this one, and I'm just going to put this on my outer edge on the bottom lash line and sweep it a little bit up here. I kind of want a little dimension, but not a lot, because I really like this yellowy orange vibrancy we've got going on. I'm going to take the big fluffy brush and just make sure everything is nice and diffused. I literally could leave it like this and be perfectly fine, but I'm not going to leave it at this. Okay, I'm going to take this shimmery gold called West Coast and just kind of put it on this outer, like the middle and out. I kind of want to use a lighter one of the Super Shocks on the inner part. That looks so good. This is so pretty. I'm going to take the shade Mycelium and put it on the inner portion. And then I'm just going to use my ring finger and just tap those two shades together. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I love that. And then I'm going to go back with the eyeliner Marigold that we used before, and I'm just going to line my waterline. That is so beautiful. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Let's add some mascara. Alright, I've added some mascara. Now let's add some lip gloss and finish off this first look. I think because I've already used Wildflower, I'm going to go in with Glacier today. These lip glosses actually feel like really comfortable. Not like the Villains ones where it literally feels like glass on your mouth. Okay, so now that we have look number 1, let's go and do look number 2. Okay, so this is the second look I came up with. I think it's really gorgeous. It's definitely nice and smoky. It screams fall to me. It's got like a hint of copper. I actually really like this look. So this is look number 2, and if you are interested in how I did it, then let's roll a tape. Alright, and look number 2, we are primed and we are ready to go. So I'm thinking for look number 2, I'm wanting to kind of do something like the first look I did with the palette Ever, which was my Friday's video. I'll leave linked. But I'm wanting to kind of amp it up a little bit and use a little bit more shades. I think I'm going to stick to this 4 corners instead of just the 2 shades. Going in with a Sigma Detailed Blending E27 brush. I'm going to just go straight into Rainier. And I'm going to work this in and above my crease. Then I'm going to go into the shade right below it called Homegrown. Same brush. And I'm just going to pat this onto my lid. Alright, now I'm going to just start to kind of blend these 2 shades together now that I've got it all packed on. I'm going to take a fluffier, this is an MSQ brush. You guys know this is one of my favorite brush sets on Amazon. And I'm going to go into this shade right here called Old Growth. And I'm just going to lightly buff this above Rainier. I'm going to kind of pat and blend on this eye because this is my trouble eye. Alright, I'm going to clean this brush off really quickly and then just gently sweep up into the brow bone, anything that's left and anything that's unblended. I'm going to go back into my Sigma E27 and just gently blend around Rainier. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more of Rainier to this eye just because I kind of feel like I lost it a little bit. It looks so muddy on this eye because this eye is my shitty eye. Alright, I'm just going to pack a little bit more Homegrown just to kind of smooth everything out. Then I'm just going to go with Amanita right here. I'm going to sweep that in the crease and then kind of tap it onto my lid. And then I'm going to take the eyeliner in Woodsy and I'm going to tightline. Another small MSQ brush. Take Amanita and buff this all over my lower lash line. This is such a dark, rich, smoky look and I am here for it. Like, I actually love this a lot. I'm going to take the Super Shock in Campfire and I'm going to tap this. Oh, that is so pretty. I'm just taking like the littlest amount because I don't want it to be super opaque. I just kind of want it to be like a wash of copper. I'm going to use Campfire again and I'm going to highlight my inner corner with this. I'm going to pop that on my inner corner just to kind of tie the whole look together. Alright, I'm gonna add mascara and I'll be right back. For gloss for this look, I'm gonna use the Wildflower one. Okay guys, so this is look number 3. I'm not too sure about this, only because I personally don't like green eyeshadow. I don't like working with it. I think it makes me look really bad. I don't know, I just personally, I don't like green. Be warned, Fiddlehead does have a lot of fallout. That's the only shade so far that has had a bunch of fallout, which doesn't really bug me, but if it bugs you, that's something to keep in mind. If you're interested in look number 3, then let's go ahead and roll the tape. And moving on to look number 3, my eyes are primed and we are ready to go. Alright, so I think I want to stick to a pretty just basic green look for this one. I haven't really touched any of the greens in this palette yet, so I think I'm going to just take Fiddlehead. I'm going to take a Sigma E45 and just kind of tap and sweep that into my crease. These shadows are super rich. Like, I don't think I was expecting this palette to be so pigmented, but they're nice and like buttery and blendable. Oh, there's so much fallout from this green shade. This is looking a little rough. So this is the Sigma Detail Diffuse Crease Brush E33. And I'm just going to use this to diffuse out the lead color. I'm wanting to keep this as much of a one shade look as possible. One matte and a shimmer. I think this palette's really versatile, this whole collection, in the sense that you can pretty much get away with 1 or 2 shades and a shimmer. You don't need 4 and 5 and 6 different colors to come up with a beautiful, beautiful look. I'm going to dip back into Fiddlehead. Just kind of round out this little bit I did in my inner corner. Alright, and now I'm going to start to just swoop it onto my lower lash line. I'm going to take the eyeliner in Spare Time, and I'm going to put this on the waterline. And I'm also running it onto my lower lash line. I look a little crazy, but it's going to be fine. Next, taking like an angled brush. This is the BH Cosmetics Studded Rose Pink or whatever. This is the number 12 brush, and I'm just going to blend out all of the eyeliner that I just plopped down. And then I'm going to take the Sigma E33 brush again and just kind of lightly blend over all of that. Alright, and then I'm going to take the Shimmer Evergreen and I'm just going to put that on my lid. And then I'm going to take a Sigma E40 and just kind of blend everything together. And then I'm going to go into the shade Like a Moss. This is the Super Shock. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid as well. Oh, it's like way more golden than I thought. Actually, I'm just going to top this ever so gently just on top of everything, because I really don't think it needs like a whole lot more. I have so much fallout from this green shade. I didn't have any fallout from the other ones. Just keep that in mind. Alright, for inner corner, let's use Olympic, the Super Shock. I'm going to clean off my E45, and then I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner. Alright, and I'm going to clean off my E45 again. And I'm just going to go back into Fiddlehead just a little bit, because I feel like my upper line, like up here and my lower lash line, aren't connected very well. For lips, I'm going to take BFF and number 2. And then I'm going to take Urban Decay's Stark Naked. Let's take Glacier. If you would like to know how I got this beautiful halo eye, then let's roll the film. Alright, look number 4. Let's do it. Alright, taking an e.l.f. blending brush and the shade Emerald City. I'm just going to kind of buff this into my crease and diffuse it out. Clean this brush off with my J-Cat dry makeup brush cleaner, and then I'm going to take this gorgeous blue called PNW and kind of blend above everything I just put down. I'm just going to clean this brush because I feel like it really needs it. And I'm just going to blend all of this together with a clean-ish brush. This is looking like the start of a cut crease, and I'm not really mad about it. Okay, I'm going to take more of PNW, just a little bit, and just gently blend all of this together. I'm really sorry if it bugs me that my mirror's right here, but I like literally cannot see. I'm gonna go back into Emerald City and continue blending that crease-ish area. I'm gonna take this Bodyography flat shader and some concealer. This is the one I'm so close to finishing up. Now I'm gonna cut my crease. Just leave it like a halo eye. That's kind of pretty. I'm bringing it in just a little bit more. Then I'm going to take Evergreen, which is the shimmer, and top that over everywhere I just put all that concealer. Alright, and because I need just like a little bit more precision, I'm going to go in with my typical shimmer brush. I'm just gonna take this Morphe M578, it's an old brush, and I'm gonna tap a little bit of this like glittery, not really a shimmer but not a matte shade, Let It Rain. I'm gonna tap that on the outer and the inner bits. I'm also going to clean that brush off, and I'm just going to take more of PNW and blend out this edge on this eye because it's just not matching. I'm going to take the littlest bit of Olympic and I'm just going to tap it over the shimmer. Probably didn't need it, but I just feel like with the halo look, you really want the center to pop. With that same Morphe M578, I'm gonna take a small bit of Emerald City, put it up to my lash line, and then I'm gonna clean it off and take PNW. And then I'm gonna take a Colourpop cream gel liner in DTLA. Alright, I'm gonna take a Sigma E45 and just blend all of this together. And I'm going to take the Super Shock and Olympic. Well, I definitely wasn't expecting to do something quite so fairy-like, but I'm kind of here for it. I kind of like it. I'm going to use Glacier for lip gloss. Let me put some mascara on, and that's going to be that. Okay, so this is look number 4. This is what I came up with. I really like it. I wasn't gonna add lashes, but honestly, after doing 4 looks, my natural lashes today were just like done. So the lashes I am wearing are the Robbie Christie and Pura collab in Lovely. I don't believe you can get your hands on these anymore, which is really sad because they are lovely. I don't normally wear lashes, and I especially don't wear lashes this big and dramatic, but these are actually really nice. Like, I'm really enjoying these. Sorry, I keep like looking at myself because I'm just not used to wearing these. Like, when I look up, I can feel them on my brows. Alright guys, so that is my 4 looks 1 palette featuring Robbie Christie and Colourpop's at Forest Site collection. Oh, I love this palette. I have officially used every single shade in this palette, as well as both lip glosses, all 3 eyeliners, and all 4 Super Shocks. I love this collection. I think you can create so many looks. It's so versatile. I have now created 5 looks using this palette. I just think it's so beautiful. From the packaging to the color story itself. The formula, I feel like this isn't Colourpop's regular formula, only because the shadows are so rich. Like, I was not prepared for them to be as richly pigmented as they are, but they are beautiful. It could also just be the colors she chose in nature are just that pigmented, but I love this. This is my official review now that I've used everything. The only shade that I had any sort of, I guess you could say, issue, but it wasn't really an issue, is Fiddlehead. This one had quite a bit of fallout, but honestly, like, that didn't really bother me because normally I do my eyes first and then the rest of my face. In this stance, I had my face done and then I did my eyes, so that was the only minor issue I had. But overall, this is just a beautiful collection and color story, and she paired everything so well. It all just goes together phenomenally and flawlessly. Like, it's just such a beautiful collection, and this is my final review. I give it 2 thumbs up. If you guys pick it up, let me know. If you have it, if you haven't picked it up yet, if you plan on getting it in the restock, let me know, because this palette for me is like gonna be in my everyday makeup drawer probably forever. I love this palette so much. It's so versatile. It's so unique. I feel like the color story, everything she chose just goes really well together. There was definitely a lot of thought put into this palette, and I loved it so much. If you guys picked it up, let me know. I would love to see what kind of looks you're creating with it. I haven't seen any other reviews or what other creators have made with this palette. I've just kind of been keeping it to myself and wanting to be creative on my own and without influence from anybody else. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and this overall review. I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. I think that it's 100% worth the money. I mean, Colourpop is already so affordable on its own. I definitely think the whole collection is worth it. I was kind of on the fence about the lip products and the eyeliners just because I already have some of those products, but I'm really glad I got them. Like, they're definitely a good addition to my collection, and they're really beautiful. And I actually had never tried the Luxe Gloss formula before, and I'm actually really pleased. Like, this is a good formula. Colourpop, keep it up. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know your thoughts down below. What was your favorite look out of the 4 that I created? I really hoped you enjoyed my 4 looks, 1 palette with the Robbie Christie Colourpop at Forest Site collaboration. I love this palette. I cannot rave about this collection anymore. You will definitely continue to see this on my channel. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave all my social medias linked down below, as well as the playlist of the week. And I will go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye!